to Sister to Sister Chat. I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Denise.
And we are sisters. So on this segment today, podcast segment, we will be talking about the things a woman would do for a man.
Yes.
Yeah, so that topic is very deep.
Yeah, it is.
So we'll be just shedding some of our feedback on what we noticed that women would do for a man.
Exactly.
So good and bad, of course, but we're going to start with the bad.
Yes. Start with it.
So one thing we noticed is that men allow you to change who you are as a person. Yeah. So, sister, can you talk more on like why you think men can make you change?
Yeah, so in a negative way, I think that they can change basically who you are in general. The things that you used to do for yourself, you stop doing, like self-care. And it can make you insecure by the things that they say in a negative way that can bring you down. And I think that they forget about that because words hurt, you know, and it's not a good thing to have. So that's two things that they can do, you know.
Yeah, definitely. And something too that men can do to make you change is just who you are in general, such as like even your characteristics. You could have been a person who's outgoing, but since they want to stay in the house, you now stay in the house only. So just changing with how much you hang out with your friends. Like if they're not hanging out with their friends as much, you don't hang out with your friends. So they just kind of change in a way of your regular routine. In a relationship, you should change a little bit, like compromise in a way, but to change completely who you are. Sometimes men even say it doesn't benefit them. They want you to hang out with your friends. They still want you to do those things, but we allow that to change us because we want to be in their face all day.
Right.
Or not feel like we want to go out and still hang out with our friends because we'd rather be doing this. But a sisterhood bond is very important, as we know.
Yeah, of course.
So, but yeah, that's just something that I noticed too.
Yeah.
Ruining long-term friendships is also another thing. You know, you could be good friends with somebody for a long time, and your man, if your friend says anything about your man, that could ruin your 15-year, 20-year friendships because they feel so insecure in their own relationship. You notice something, you address it, and your friendship's over now.
Right. I agree on that, sister. And like you said, ruin relationships. I think it ruins it because you might be telling your best friend or close friend the truth about their guy. Yeah. And they feel insecure about it. It can be, you might think that he's cheating on her, or you feel like he's changing her as a person, or you feel like she's so involved in him that she's forgetting about herself. Like we were talking about, self-care is very important. Yes. And you're trying to warn her and she ignores it. Yeah. You know, so that creates a horrible dynamic in your friendship and can ruin it or make it not be the same anymore. I don't think that that's worth it because no man is worth ruining a good friendship.
Especially, especially one that's like a long-term friendship.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
I think another thing too is like distancing yourself from your family. Like say you hang out with your family a lot, but you know, he would rather you hang out with his side of the family. Yeah. So you would see yourself hanging out with them more and not even going to your family birthday parties, your family events, because you're so involved in his family, his life. So you kind of just give up on your own family in a way. And then, of course, we get sensitive as women about that because we're like, well, no, I'm not changing. But it's like, but you are. Even your family knows you well enough. So those are the people you try and hide from. Don't go around because they can bring out, you know, expose those secrets and things you're trying to keep to yourself. They're like, hey, I'm noticing this about you. And it hits you a little bit harder. Yeah. You know, you have to stay true to family as well. But men will make you do that sometimes. They'll make you change in those ways where you won't even notice it till after a while. Like, wow, I haven't seen my family in a while because I've been so involved in my relationship.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so I think, like you said too, about being insecure, definitely something that a man can do to a woman. But let's face it, ladies, that when we say a man is making us feel that way, sometimes it is us. Yeah. Like we're allowing that.
Exactly.
Sometimes that's not even their intentions to do, but that's what women will allow a man to do in her own mind, that he's making me feel insecure about my weight. He could definitely, there are some men who comment on weight. Right. Some men who comment on different things like, I don't like how your hair looks today. You don't go get your nails done. You know, all these things. Those are direct hits where you do feel insecure.
Yeah.
Instead of acting on that, some women really take it as so depressed now, and they won't work on themselves. They'll just fall into this deep hole. So, sister, what do you think about that?
I agree on that because I feel like depression is pretty normal nowadays. It can come from stress or anything, but I feel like once you're down, your man is supposed to be there to lift you up.
Oh, absolutely.
And some men take advantage of that. They'll see, oh, she's depressed, she's sad about herself, so let me say something about her weight, or let me say something about her hair and all that stuff like nitpicking.
Yeah.
And they know this, and they continue to do this. So that's why it's always good to be good with yourself.
Yes.
Before anything.
Yeah.
A man should never comment on your weight, or if it's something serious, like health-wise, you know what I'm saying? But if you really just trying to work on it yourself and he knows that and try to make you feel insecure, that's not a good thing.
It's not a good thing.
And as far as just looks, he should be appreciating whatever hairstyle you have, or he shouldn't comment that much because it's you. He should love you for you, even without all the makeup and the hair and all that stuff. He should love you for you. Absolutely. So that's why it's good to have a good foundation in yourself, and also a good relationship with God.
Absolutely.
Because some men can change that. So you want to elaborate on that, sister?
Yeah, your religion could definitely change depending on if you two are from two different religion backgrounds. You could be a Christian and he could be Buddhist, he could be atheist, which is the worst kind.
Very much so.
And some women are swayed to change their faith. They're not practicing it anymore. They're not practicing as much as they should because their man's not doing it. If you're around your man all day, all the time, if that's what you're doing, he's not doing that, you feel like, well, I don't have time to do that. So that could really, ruin your faith, and also just, push you back, make you run away from God and not have that connection that you're looking for from him, because you're hanging out with sometimes the devil.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and they can definitely make you change your faith. Yeah, they can even say things like, I need you to believe in what I believe in for us to be together. Women would do a lot for a man.
Yeah,
so
it's very scary.
Yeah.
So...
And I know we don't want to leave it as all the bad things. We both have amazing men in our life too. So the great things about a man, what a man can make a woman do is feel empowered, to feel motivated, to feel driven, to feel beautiful. So men can do those things for you as well, outside of the things that we did discuss today. Did you want to add something, sister?
Yeah, so like you said, a man can lift you up. When you're down, like I said before, you need that comfort from your man.
Yeah.
You can get it from your family and stuff like that, but it's different when it's from the man that you really love.
Yeah.
And the man that God placed in your life for a reason. And that's why I feel like even just you two doing like Bible studies together or something like that, or praying together, builds you up closer. Yeah. And I feel like that's really important.
It's very important. Yeah. So not only can things a woman would do for a man is the bad, the ugly, but also we could do some really good things for our men too. We can build up our men as well.
Yes,
so
they need it.
Yeah, they do need it. So, but women, what we're trying to say is, don't always let a man change who you are. If you're in a relationship, or even not in a relationship, trying to get in a relationship.
Yes.
Our podcast is going to be about a lot of different things that have to do with being a woman. Yes. So we know the challenges of that and finding your place in the relationship, talking about later on how your duties and what position you're in. So not doing wifely things on a girlfriend status.
Exactly.
So there's many things that go into relationships and dealing with men.
Yeah.
It's a really big challenge, but we're here for each other.
Yes, of course, always.
Yeah. So this is a chat. This is an open conversation to kind of chat about what women would do for a man. Yeah. And those are just some of the things that we noticed. And we're just so glad that we were able to discuss that. It was a really good discussion together.
Yes, I agree. And there's more to come during this discussion and different discussions that we'll have coming up.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, just love yourself. Yes. Choose you no matter what's going on. Always choose you first.
Yes.
And everything will come to pass. And be secure in yourself and love on yourself.
Yes.
No matter what.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Yes. We will see you in the next one. Bye.